and he keep the lead or not. He joined the break a little bit later, tried to hold back Charles Leclerc. Oh, contact, mate!
They call it the Temple of Speed, and the pilgrims have come to worship. It's all about the speed today. Qualifying awaits us. Welcome to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix.
Here we are, the qualifier for the glorious Italian Grand Prix, and I cannot wait to underway with George Russell, who of course was the previous winner of the Monza Grand Prix. We get to repeat. Alright, our third run of the Monza qualifier 2-1 is now underway. It's double purple shots at 1 and 2. What can we do for our third run in 2-1? And it's going to be... Let's go, George. Well done, lad. Well done. Bottom 6 of the 2-1 is Liam Lawson, Carlos Sawyer, Jack Doohan, Dashlin, Jack Torfor, and Esteban Ocon. So let's see how the third run of 2-2 will go down. Alright, our third run with a tyre that we use in the third run of 2-1. How is it gonna be for this one? P7. We are very much safe. Let's bring it home. Let's just bring it home. That's all we need to do. And let's get ourselves ready for 2-3. Wow. Absolutely fantastic, George. It is P1, isn't it? Get in! And the bottom 6 of 2-2 is Paul Aaron, Dan Maloney, Joseph Maria Martin, Papa Martin, Taylor Bernard, and Tim Chadley with Alex Albon in P11. Seem to have a positive one. I think that is positive third run in 2-3. Let's see what the result is going to be. Alright, we now going to get ourselves prepped for the final run. We just need to lock it in, keep doing what we're doing, and just get the car atop the line.
30 seconds.
Come on! It's not gonna be Paul, I think. Sutton! At least please tell me we are ahead of Lando.
Well, that wraps up qualifying.
Yes, come on!
Back tomorrow as we...
Charles Leclerc on the pole. They have George Russell, the previous race winner of the Monza Grand Prix. But will the curse come upon the Grand Prix? Let's find out on that one, shall we? And Lando Norris in third place. Let's see what Monza Grand Prix got in store for us.
A difficult race awaits these drivers here in Monza, but glory awaits too at the Italian Grand Prix. With top speeds up to 215 and an average lap speed of around 155 miles per hour, Monza's reputation as one of the fastest circuits in the sport is well earned. We have 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with the best overtaking chance coming into the heavy braking zone of the Turn 1 chicane. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Bearman, Oscar Piastri, and Sonoda. Bortoletto, Colapinto, Hadja and Richard Verschaw, Albon, Tramnitz, Taylor Barnard and Maloney, Aaron, Ocon, Jack Crawford and Pierre Gasly, Doohan, Sainz, Lawson and Pepe Marti rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today, Anthony Davidson. So here we are at Monza, Temple of Speed, lovely long straights, and that's it. It's easy, isn't it?
It's a little bit harder than that, Crofty, than you make out. I mean, yes, you do have those long straights, but it's linked by very tight, tricky corners. Big emphasis on braking zones around here as well, particularly into turn one. You decelerate at the 150-metre board down to the 50-metre board, and you'll scrub off easily over 150 miles an hour. So, yeah, it puts a lot of G-force on the drivers' bodies as they decelerate. And obviously, it throws up a big overtaking opportunity as well come race day.
Here we go.
Radio check, please. Radio check.
The Monza.
Radio check.
Right,
Long
speed is
time.
key here today. We're going to want a low downforce setup. It does mean that DRS won't be as effective, but hopefully we'll be so quick we won't even feel it.
It's also dashing. But if you look at my setup, D-low, then you look into my suspension is 20 and 48. No complaint, no complaint. We now get ready to get ourselves to line up to the grid. I want to quickly point out that we know the curse of Monza. Whoever won the previous season get the DNF. Let's hope that not happen to Russell because he was of his, that child being slow. What the hell? Hopefully Russell will be fine in that situation. But I cannot wait to see what we can do, and hopefully we get off fantastic and beat. Ooh.
Okay, incredible parking there. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
And beat Charles Leclerc.
The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Obviously the main thing is the beat Lando, and that is it. And we are now waiting for the 500 light elite now. Away we go with the Italian Rome plan, with Charles Leclerc leading off a fantastic start. Short Russell the main in second place, but then with Lando Norris and Oliver Bearman joined side by side, and we now to see if Bearman to get a par, and it looks like he goes into P3, Lando back into P4, and then everybody has got off with a no problem whatsoever, and we've got Paul Albon fighting with Dan Maloney for the P14, but they are joined side by side, so we're going to see what's going to happen as they join down the corner. It's Paul Albon, the main ahead, and we've got Jack Doohan behind Toro side. Very unfortunate qualifier that Toro side has 25 P20. Move up one place, which is good, but he is so far back, and I can't have that as a team. We need him to move up, and we've got Gasly, who is now making a move to make a part on the track, the Dan Maloney, and now we've got Esteban Ocon, who also follows through and made an overtaken. Dan Maloney has been double overtaken by Gasly and Esteban Ocon, but now we're on board with the leader as we go into lap 2. Already pulled 2 seconds to the car behind, so Leclerc and Russell are in their own lead right now, with Oliver Bearman behind with 2 seconds gap, and we've got Bivar Meatman joining on with Yuki Tsunoda and Otto Piastri, but nothing really changed, and we've got Paul Albon who dived down inside to Taylor Barnard, and he made the pass fantastic work from Paul Albon, and we've got Gasly, who is now doing that the outside, taking his jet pass on Taylor Barnard to move into P14. It looks like he might, but it's a side by side, but going inside has the big advantage, and Gasly has managed to make it work and move into P14, but now fast forward to the next yard, though it's still in lap 2. That is Oliver Bearman and Lando Norris. Lando took out the outside when Bearman tried to defend. Should have do much about it. but Lando made the part Alex Albon in P9. Here's a replay for the late start of the on board with Gasly, who started quite far back. As it got off pushing well, was faster than Jack Dillon, but then he's gonna look for the place to get past. He couldn't quite find it, but then he decided to commit to the inside line, and we're going to see him making a double par as he goes 3-1 into turn 1 and turn 2, and Gasly seemed to get on the exit. On the throttle for the exit, pretty well, but on board with Charles Leclerc, who is now under threat by George Russell, and Russell to the goal down the outside. Charles Leclerc given some space, and Russell to the goal down, and he got a par. And now he takes the lead of the Italian Norm Plan and Bearman with Lando Norris. Continue fighting, but there's a big train going on from Bearman all the way down, and Charles Leclerc and Russell is like, we are fine in that situation, we should do a long way, which is pretty much what they are doing right now. And we've got Gasly, who I believe is not making a move, no he don't know, but Gasly is doing a pretty well, and I don't believe he got the pace to get himself into top 10, but now we're back on board with the top two, Charles Leclerc and Russell, going side by side on the parabolic car, but Russell stayed ahead of Charles Leclerc, but Charles Leclerc will get the other, get back ahead of George Russell, and Russell did that tuck behind for the slipstream, and Bearman is now getting the by Lando Norris as it now makes it apart, as you can see the live timing, but Charles Leclerc officially takes the lead of the Italian Norm Plan once again, and Lando Norris takes third place. We've got Bortonetto, who had the moment with Alex Albon, and this is for sure, and Isaac Hadjar had a moment of their own as well. Are we now going to lap 5? We're on board with Bortonetto, who is now going to attack Alex Albon, and behind we can see, look how many cars there is shuffling each other for the position, and then we've got both hands who is now making a battle of their own, and we've got Paul Albon, who actually made the part and get ahead of this year for sure. A fantastic work from Paul Albon, that man. Paul Albon is on fire. I'm on board with Yuki Tsunoda, who's starting taxing Ollie Bearman, who's unfortunately lost a bit of a time to land another, but still have the Diana. But will Yuki Tsunoda send it? Does it seem like we've got Bortonetto, who has now got ahead of Alex Albon for the P8, and behind more fighting going on. The hands are back again to each other. Once again, Paul Albon forcing lots of play to Nisha for sure, with kind of shot for Paul Albon pretty much to overtake that Nisha did in the other destruction dome, which is this one. And now going forward, but still a lap stick, we've now got the Piazza, who made it a par on Yuki Tsunoda, and Albon made the part back at Bortonetto to get himself into P8. But the fighting we've seen so far is pretty good, and we got the Piazza, who opted to defend Yuki Tsunoda, and that just invited Franco Colapinto, who had the moment of an opportunity, but he didn't be able to take it. And John Russell and Charles Leclerc continue fighting once again side by side, and they seem to having a very good clean racing, and the live timing, which is now on the big sleeve of the Piazza, now getting overtaken by Franco Colapinto as they now join side by side. And we're going to see if Colapinto can stay ahead of the Piazza or not. Don't forget the inside line do have a little bit of the advantage, but what can Colapinto do? And it seems like Piazza is going to stay ahead of Colapinto, but they have lost bit of a time to Yuki Tsunoda, unfortunately, and going on to the display before the parabolic car, we now got the hand continue fighting once again, and Gasly is now doing for the move on the outside of Paul Albon. He did what Franco Colapinto couldn't do, and he made the par, and Gasly now looking to make a double par on the hand as he overtook Tim Tantley to put himself up in the P12. Fantastic driving by Pierre Gasly, and that hand is now back in their own 31%, and Gasly has taken advantage of it, and it's just going to start pushing a little bit more to catch this year for sure. But now doing well, the parabolic at 1% heading towards the lap 8. Lando Norris it continues getting but Ollie Bearman, we know for more that we love to be able to do fantastic here at the Italian Grand Prix, and so far Bearman has been showing some exceptional pace to put himself into third place, and with Peter and Piastri continue fighting Albon and Bortonetto also continue fighting again as well. But now we can see Gasly, who's in P11, Gasly is slowly catching up now, and I definitely tell you, he is looking to finish inside the top 10, potentially top 8. He got the pace to be able to do it, and Dr. Peter and Piastri are fighting more and more, and it's nice to watch them both fighting. We've got the Williams versus McLaren. You would think McLaren would have been way faster than Williams, but right now, doesn't show it. Williams, we know, are very good around Monza. But now Lando Norris have made the pass on Ollie Bearman. And now we're going into lap 11. Russell and Charles Leclerc, they are pretty much been doing their own racing, but they have been fighting to the point where Bearman and Lando did not really try to catch up to them, which obviously between Lando and Bearman have been fighting at the same time as well, and Russell has just been doing a fantastic job holding back Charles Leclerc, and we do have Ollie Bearman hitting in this lap. Russell was supposed to come in, but we decided to keep him out to make sure he can have a little bit of fighting with Charles Leclerc, because we know he has way better pace than anyone behind Charles Leclerc. So the top two are in their own world. So we've got more cars coming, we've got Hazard in, I believe we have Audi, and also coming in Bearman to the pop out in P14, and now Bearman will be joining into the car that had absolutely no pace, and unfortunately that is Carlos with Jack Duman. They both are just not specifically Carlos is just not doing what he's supposed to do, and it's a bit gutting. But Carlos Russell and Leclerc popped in Gasly going side by side with Bortonetto. He had to back out, put himself into the pit. That should have ended badly if he decided going too quickly, but thankfully Gasly not being too much of a pace, got some patience to help himself to bring him in without making collision with Bortonetto. But Bortonetto saved out with an interesting strategy by Bortonetto. Russell now going to come out with P2, Charles Leclerc, P3. Bearman jumped ahead of Lando Norris. That pretty good work from Ollie Bearman, and we now got Yuki Tsunoda and Piastri has shuffled the position, and we now got Gasly come down in P11, and now it's about time to see Gasly to put on a fantastic performance for Fanda as we head into lap 14. We got Bortonetto pitting, and we got Russell and Leclerc are going side by side, going down in turn 1, and Russell went a little bit deep, but didn't make a contact, and that is good enough for Russell. And we got Pierre Gasly, who looking to make the move 3 wide, allowed to turn 1 and 2 with Alex Albon. That had jar. Can Gasly get apart? No, it does not. That would be a fantastic overtake for Gasly, as you can see in P10. That's because Bortonetto end up coming out behind Gasly, but Bortonetto will have a better tyre advantage, and Gasly sent it down the inside. Oh my god, not the outside, not inside, but that was a double park. Wow, Gasly made a double park on the outside. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal work from Pierre Gasly and the Ollie Bearman, who is now streaming down on the slate, going down to turn 1. It needed to make the move on Russell, and there's a contact. The fan wing have fallen off the car, and I believe that is Ollie Bearman, who is now driving without the end of play. That is unfortunate for Ollie Bearman. The corner was too tight for the move to be able to work out. Blimey, that was very unfortunate, and here's a replay of what happened to Ollie Bearman had a tyre and he had way more pace over Norris, but unfortunately he's not exactly that close in the apex. Therefore, it was Ollie Bearman's fault for thinking about that move. If he thinks it should work, it's a bit ambitious, and he unfortunately may have trusted his podium, because without a fun win without Monza, it's like a dead trap. You need a proper all fun win to even be able to actually race really well. But unfortunately, Bearman is going to struggle a little bit potentially. I would drop Piastri, who now made the move on UT Sonona to put him into P5, Albon and Hadjar. I pretty much fancy on their own one, but then definitely after that magnificent overtake he made, something I'm still thinking about, something that made me lose my number, that was a fantastic work from Gasly. Now we're heading into lap 18. Charles Leclerc once again is going to try to get the moves done onto Russell, but it's a fantastic driving we are seeing from Leclerc and George Russell. They both know how to rate against each other. We've seen in the past where Russell with a very fair race shot against the Piastri last season while failing, but this time in Monza, Russell still continues showing that brilliant work of fair racing with Charles Leclerc. You cannot hate Ollie, and Gasly, who now got the opportunity on live for him against the Franco Colapito, but Gasly does not send it down the inside. But might be a smart move by him, and now we've got Lando Norris going toward the Parabola's heart. It's now making a move on Ollie Bearman, and unfortunately Bearman is going to struggle quite a bit due to the fine wind. It's no good for him, but thankfully like, he can use the DRO and Ferrari. They do seem quick on the straight line, and you cannot complain about that. Tell me who cannot complain about that. And now we've got Piastri and UT Sonona finding Piastri back ahead of UT, and we've got Gasly, who's now on the inside of Franco Colapito. Gasly is now going to make the pass to move into P7. Gasly, I'm telling you now, he is exceeding my expectations. I did not think he had the pace, but he does, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do for the Ferrari. And now Bearman unfortunately have been overtaken by Lando Norris, but going to lap 20, UT Sonona is going to go back ahead of Piastri, but Gasly is now waiting for the right time to look to make a move on Piastri and UT Sonona. But Gasly, I'm telling you now, he has definitely got the chance of making a part on both of them, and actually took finish P5 after a fantastic racing and on fourth and qualifying, and we got another flag, which would be Taylor Barnard, who unfortunately had the end of the mechanical failure. Such for Taylor Barnard, and we got Lando, Charles Leclerc, and Russell continue fighting again. But Russell knows how to deal with Charles Leclerc as the people respected, and Lando Norris pulled away from Ollie Bearman, and Gasly now making a move on UT Sonona, and he now going to do looks like he does, and Gasly is going to take after Piastri, actually pulls away from UT Sonona, and in lap 22, Gasly going to go ahead and overtake the Piastri. Gasly is now P5 at the starting way back in the bottom, and he moved all the way up into P5. Brilliant driving by Gasly, but will he pull away and give himself some comfort and trade out for Ollie Bearman, because he got more pace than Bearman right now due to the fun read that Bearman has lost, unfortunately. Now we've got Russell chasing after Charles Leclerc. We've got the clear slipstream that's going to help us out to get closer, but we want to use the DR going on to the main straight and get a pass, but unfortunately Charles Leclerc is definitely really a hard driver for us to be able to pull away very fast, because Charles Leclerc, he is a fantastic driver, and Russell has now got ahead of Charles Leclerc once again. They're both had been swapping for the lead for every single lap. I swear that it's almost like every lap there's a brand new leader to shuffle back and forth, back and forth. It's absolutely fantastic to watch Charles Leclerc fighting with Russell, and we've got Bortonacto, who got a bit of a by Albon, but Albon made the pass to move into P10. Unfortunately, Bortonacto is not high up what he wants to be. But Bortonacto had to make do with what he got. He had to make do what he got. And we got Albon, who made the pass on that hat jar, going toward the parabolic time. But unfortunately, I don't think Albon have a diana, which means Hadjar and Bortonacto Mule, and Albon made it double overtake by them. Hadjar made the pass. Bortonacto joined out the inside. Will he get the pass or not? And it seems like maybe he will side by side. But the outdoors just seem to have the best advantage for everybody. And now, going to lap 25, we've got Bortonacto still chasing after Albon, Trackman in P12. And this is for sure, it's spun around and he had to got a contact, but I believe it. Poor Albon. And Carlos started broken wing. Oh my god, this is absolutely calamity. This is for sure made a mistake and bunched up almost everybody. That did I bring out anything? Definitely not. And we got Charles Leclerc in lap 26. It's now going to go ahead and make a move on Russell, which is see the live timing of this is for sure trying to get going, which is finally done. And now we've got Russell, who stayed ahead of Charles Leclerc, and we've got Piastri and Gasly, who had their own moment of fighting, and they actually caught up Charles and Tatson. Ollie Bearman, who don't forget Gasly was 5 seconds behind now, 1.7. But here's a replay of this for sure made a mistake. A bit of an unfortunate moment for this for sure, and whatever lead them put out on decided to make a contact, which makes no sense. And Tyler got a broken wing. That is shot. But we're on board with Lando Norris, who now cut it away all the gap in the time, chasing after Charles and Russell. But don't forget, they are fighting, so therefore Lando will be getting involved. But it's likely to go all down the final lap of the Italian Grand Prix. But so far it's been a fantastic weekend. I am enjoying commentating this episode because of the fight we're going to see from Charles and Russell. It's just been phenomenal, and Gasly as well. You cannot count out Gasly. And we've got Carlos, who actually come up into the pit to put a new tyre on, and a fun wind chase, and show how poor Albon, by the way, and poor Albon actually got a penalty, which unfortunately because it made the contact, so that would hit fault, unfortunately. And now final lap has been done. Russell now got his work cut down for him. Can he keep the lead or not? He's going to break a little bit later, try to hold back Charles Leclerc. All contact made, that the end play is gone. Oh, that is a very unfortunate situation. But Charles Leclerc and Russell, the tension has risen all above level in the final lap, and that unfortunately has made both of them to come together for Charles Leclerc to lose the pieces of his front wing that stuck. But here's a replay of Gasly making a pass on the Piastri, which you can see. Very simple pass, very easy pass in the final lap. Gasly is likely to be able to finish inside the P5. And now Lando Norris, but the broken wing from Charles Leclerc is going to make a big favour for Lando Norris. Try to get the second place, but will he get it or not? Charles Leclerc had managed to get the diana at the last possible moment. He managed to get the diana at the very last second, which helped Charles Leclerc and pretty much helped Russell, because obviously if Lando finished P2, a bit more bigger gap in the championship, but thankfully that is not the case. But it's not over until it's over. Going down the final corner, Russell has been a magnificent driver, taking the lead of a Godding! Come on! Well done.
Worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
Get in. Oh. Yeah. Well done, Russell. Well done. That absolutely deserving. Absolutely deserving.
Here's the checkered flag. Here's our winner. By George, he's done it. Russell wins.
Well, of course, there's more to celebrate, not just for the driver today, Crofty, but also they're here on home soil for the power unit manufacturer, and that will mean an awful lot to them going forward in this championship.
It's time to bring out the bubbly and spray it around. It's our podium celebrations. By George, he was good today. The top step awaits for George Russell.
Well done. Her Russell absolutely fantastic love. We know he got that in him. We know he got that in him. He won it last year. He wins it again. The curse has been broken. Thank goodness for that. And he's now 4 points behind Lando Norris. But unfortunately, Construction Championship is 91 points behind. So pretty much we have, I think, cut down 2 gap. That's it. But I'm going to end it now. I'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching. Please like and just make videos. Do my favor. Appreciate it. And peace out.